Hi, grade fives. This week's art project is going to be some coffee filter butterflies. Hi, grade fives. In order to make our little butterflies today, you are going to need some coffee filters. So make sure you ask Mom before you take them. You're probably going to want 3 or 4 or more, depending on how many butterflies you want to make. You're going to need your markers, and you need to make sure that you have watercolor markers. You don't want to use Sharpies. You don't want to use dry erase. You want to make sure you have water-based markers. Mr. Sketch, Crayola are all good. You're going to need some clothespins, wooden clothespins. If you don't have any wooden clothespins to use, plastic ones will work. If you don't have clothespins, look around the house for a big paper clip, maybe some twist ties. You're going to need something that you're going to use to make the body of the butterfly. You're going to want a couple of pipe cleaners. If you have them, you can add googly eyes to your butterfly. If you don't have them, you're simply going to draw your eyes onto your butterfly. And I added some bedazzles, some jewels and things. If you have some craft stuff around that you want to use, you can have that handy as well. So we'll pause for a minute while you go gather your supplies. You're going to need your basic glue. You're going to need a place to work. And you're going to want some water at some point in time. So go get your stuff and we'll begin soon. Okay, the first step you're going to do is you're going to take one coffee filter and you're going to lay it down on your table. I suggest you put a piece of scrap paper or something underneath so your felts don't go right through it to the table below. And you're going to just flatten out your coffee filter. Then you're going to color your coffee filter. You can do random colors, kind of like I did with this one, or you can add polka dots, stripes, whatever you like as you do with this one. I'm liking the blues and the greens, as always, so I'm going to work primarily with those colors, and I'm going to color my entire coffee filter. I'm going to start with some pattern, just kind of to give it a little bit of shape. And I'm just going to decorate my entire coffee filter. I will keep going around, but I'm just going to pause there for now. And I think I like pink, so I'm going to give this a pink body. This is one time you don't have to fuss with your coloring and color in everything solid. You can add I'm going to put some green, and then I think I want some blue. I say, notice I'm not fussing a whole lot. Now, of course, the darker the colors, the better. Did I use light green, dark green? I'm going to add some circles, some dark green on my circles. I say, this is one time where you don't have to be fussy with your coloring. Maybe a little more purple. Maybe I'll do a stripe in between. And I want to cover as much of the coffee filter as I possibly can. Oh, I'm going to go green. I'm going to color in some light green around. All right, so I'm going to pause while I let you color your coffee filter. And I'm going to finish mine up. Okay. So I've got mine all colored in. I want to add lots of color to it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be perfectly even, but I want to have some intense dark colors. My light green felt kind of went dry, so we'll see how that's going to turn out, but hopefully yours didn't do that. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to grab a piece of paper towel to put on my table, and I'm going to get some water. In this case, I have a squirt bottle of water, and I'm going to just wet my coffee filter. If you don't have a squirt bottle, you can just get a cup and just sprinkle it on with your hands. But I just want to lightly mist. I don't want to get it soaking wet, but I want to mist it with water. And as I put the water on it, I see how the colors are starting to blend and blur. And that's the fun part. Yeah, I can see on mine that my green here didn't blend too much. I can take my felt and I can add just a little bit of green. The water will help it. I can add as I go along. Ooh, I like how that dark green, if I look close, and you might be able to see in the video, there's actually blue rings around the dark green. So that tells me that that green felt uses a little bit of blue in it to make it that color. Oh, I see a spot that I'm just going to, I can dab and add in those white spots. And again, don't get it soaking wet, but just wet enough that those colors are blurry. Now I'm going to put it on a clean piece of paper towel, and I'm going to set it in the sun for it to dry before I can do the next step. So if you want to make 2 or 3 different butterflies, go ahead, wet them down, and then we'll take them, set them in the sun to dry. Oh, that's going to be pretty. I'm liking the looks of that. Okay, while my coffee filter is drying in the sunshine, you're going to make your butterfly body. So I've got my clothespin, and now I'm just going to color it. And I think for this one, I think I'm going to have a black body. Could be brown, could be green, could be whatever you like, but I'm kind of a stickler for realistic, so I'm gonna just have a black body. And I'm just gonna color my clothespin. And again, nothing fancy. This is one time. I'm not gonna nag you to stay in the lines, but I just want to cover my clothespin body. Especially if I'm putting them in the window and they're gonna be seen from both sides. I don't want the top colored black, and then when I'm outside looking in, I see a plain brown wooden clothespin. So I'm just going to color my clothespin. I think it's time for some new pens for my art cupboard. And just get my clothespin colored. And then this is kind of up to you what you want to do next. I say you can leave them like this. You can put some googly eyes on. Again, I'm going to use just good old Elmer's glue. A little dab will do you. A little dab. I'm going to get my eyes. If you don't have googly eyes at home, I say you can draw them. You can get little white circles from a hole punch or something. I better give them matching eyes. Oop, those little guys are tricky. And I'm just going to give them some googly eyes. I say if you want to decorate the body a little bit, if you want to color the body different colors, add spots, whatever, that is up to you. All right. And we'll just let him dry for a second. While he's drying, we're going to get our pipe cleaner. I only need about half. And again, color choice is up to you. I happen to have a purple one and a green one. I'm going to use the purple to go with my blue wings. And I'm just going to make some antennas. I can fold them in. Maybe I want to fold them out. Yeah, I think I like them out better than in. Shape them however you like. Put little circles if you want. However you want your antennas to be. So then I have a body and I have antenna. And then we'll see if our coffee filter is dry. Okay, so now you've got the body of your butterfly ready. You've got the antennas ready, and my coffee filter has dried. And so now when I look at both sides, I can see how the color is on all sides. I kind of like that. So now we're just going to put our butterfly together. So I'm just going to kind of gather up the coffee filter in the center. Just kind of twist, squeeze it together, bring it all to the center. I'm going to take my clothespin, clip the wings on, shape them a little bit. I'm going to take my antenna and tuck them in the top, squeeze it together, and there's my butterfly. If you want to stick them in the window, you can take a little bit of sticky tack and put on the back, or you can use tape, or I've even seen people who have used fishing line and have hung them. And I'm just going to put a little sticky tack on, and he's ready to stick on the window or the wall or whatever you would like to do with them. I say, you can bedazzle them, make them sparkly and shiny. You can make as many as you want, as few as you want. I can even make a couple different layers and add them. But there's our spring butterflies. I hope you enjoy making them. Remember, you can take a picture of them, drop them into your Google file, and I will take a look at them and we shall see how you did.